Real talk. Let's talk about it.
What's good, y'all? I'm Harold. I'm doing this podcast to help motivate and help people grow. Also help myself grow as I do the podcast with y'all. Today we got with me Mr. Morgan. This is my fellow firefighter. Yeah. My little probie I had, the first probie I had too. I said, But tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. Morgan.
My name's Jordan. I go by Morgan. I've been at the fire department for almost 2 years now. Gothi was my little mentor for a little while, as well as Washington.
Yeah.
And we worked together for almost just over a year. And I was a bartender before that. Did some construction, a little bit of everything. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah. What made you want to join the fire department?
It was time for a change, man. I was tired of being a bartender, and I was ready for something different.
Right. I feel you on that. Yeah, I said, let me go out here and do something different. Cause I definitely wasn't trying to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
But I was glad, I'm grateful to have the job, get to serve people and help people in their time of needs, That's lit. So, today's topic is, I pity the fool. Now let's talk about it. So welcome back. Like I said, the topic is, I pity the fool. I really do. So the question is, fool me once, shame on who? And I came up with that question because I was like, a lot of us go through things through life. Life be lifing, you feel me? But with that being said, you go through relationship problems, family issues, work issues, drama. With that being said, we can't let certain things people do affect who we are at the end of the day. So I know, I've been through some relationship problems. It wasn't always easy. I know I wasn't always this good looking, you feel me? Do you see this? Come on now. Just some issues that affected you and the person you are.
I made some, poor life choices. I'm sure we all have, but, it was just get through it. You got to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a couple relationships and whatnot, but nothing too crazy.
Right.
But we're doing all right now. So I got no complaints. I got a good job and figuring it all out, man.
That's what it's all about, man. You young at that.
We're young.
Hey. By the way, my boy's single, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm about to say, let me get him in trouble. Sir. Hey, so if you're looking for a nice looking fireman, you feel me? Young, hyper. He very hyper. So, hey, let me stop. But, he's single. So hit him up, Jordan Morgan, you know what it is. But, So with that being said, like you said, on a serious note, we all deal with things, and it's about how you handle situations that make you who you are today. You feel me? So let's say, this for an example. So picture this. I want y'all to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Yeah. Now close your eyes. You too. All right. So now imagine you're a butterfly, right? Now skip all the cocoon, skip that part. All right. So now you're just a butterfly. You came in this world as a butterfly. Beautiful. Just a sight to see. Just loving and joyful and peaceful. And then something hit you hard. A relationship, parents, your family members, work, job, just hit you all at once. And as that butterfly go through life, they start to close up. So it's like the butterfly going backwards. So now you're going into the cocoon, a place that you feel safe. Now open your eyes. That's where a lot of us are today. I was there very recently, but thankfully I was brought out of that dark spot, and I was like, okay, it's time to see the light now. Let's be the light and see the light. You feel me? But yeah, it was a dark phase in my life, man. I'm just glad that God brought me out of it. Yeah, so there's a lot of butterflies out there. You're a butterfly.
Thank
I'm
you,
a
sir.
butterfly.
Okay.
You are a butterfly. To spread our wings, and fly because of the stuff that we went through, past trauma, past hurt, situations. And the thing is, you can't let somebody else's mistake mess up your chance to be great. Because at the end of the day, who's really the fool? The one that changes because of somebody hurting them that they shouldn't even been with in the first place? Or a parent giving them something that they shouldn't have had, weighed on them in the first place? Like, a lot of this trauma wasn't meant for us to have. So don't let that stop you from being great. Because at the end of the day, who's really winning in life? Think about that. Who's really succeeding? The person that was like, oh, I'm gonna change because he hurt me, she hurt me. Man, I can't even do this no more. I'm closing off. Nobody gonna get this. It's all mine now. But the other person just going around, I'm over here having me a good time. Ain't thinking about you at all. So who really is winning at the end of the day? The person that's changing or the person that's out there having a good old time, not caring about the other person? That's the thing that like bothers me, because I see a lot of people that still clothed in that cocoon and they put on a facade because they feel like they can't be themselves. Like, I was uncomfortable in my own skin for a long time. But like I said, recently I've broken out of that, and whatever was holding me down, I let go of that and I let God handle it. And now I feel peaceful. I feel I can be myself and, just relax, be real, authentic. You feel me? So I just want to be able to give that to other people too. Like, don't let stuff like that determine who you are. You feel me? Like, it's not worth it, man. Cause at the end of the day, who's really the fool? And I don't want it to be you. Cause it was me for a long time. And it's not fair for nobody, you feel me? So, you got anything to say on that?
Not a whole lot. I think you covered most of the bases there, man.
Okay.
I think that was a good outlook on it.
Thank you, babe. Do you have any advice for anybody out there that may be dealing with that, feeling like they can't be themselves?
Ooh. Everybody has their own kind of problems and deal with it differently. So I think you kind of got to handle it the way you handle it. Some people bottle it up. Some people let it out,
Right.
You just gotta deal with it the way that's most comfortable for you in a healthy way. Don't deal with it the wrong way. So.
Yep. Speaking of that, what he's saying is facts. Cause you can bottle that stuff up and be like, nah, it don't bother me. That was me for a while. Like, I bottled stuff up cause I was like, man, I'm not gonna let this get to me. You're supposed to turn the other cheek, and whatnot. It's harder than it sounds. But I would bottle stuff up, and then it came out in a different way than I expected. You don't want to bottle stuff up negatively, because it's gonna come out one day and it's gonna catch you off guard, and you're gonna be like, wait, what just happened? Who is this person? I don't even recognize them. You're going to look in the mirror and be like, why are you here? And you saying this to yourself, not to other people, to yourself. It's like, it's tough. It's tough. You just got to remember, like, a lot of this stuff we wasn't meant to have in the first place, but we just hold on to it. We carry it. Hurt people. So at the end of the day, if we had more people that was loving themselves and loving others, we wouldn't be having all this drama we having in the world now. And it's really sad. So something to reflect off of that is a scripture I found. Well, the wife found it for me, actually. Shout out to the wife. Proverbs 26:4. Do not follow a foolish person according to their folly, or you'll be just like them yourself. Folly. I ain't know what that meant either. I said, is there another definition for it? And it was just like foolish. And I said, all right, I'm gonna go with folly. It sounded the best at the time. But folly basically just foolishness. That's all. It's like acting up and they just doing this to hurt you and all that. Don't follow up with it, because at the end of the day, it's having a negative impact on you, not them. They just gonna be chilling. Don't give nobody that power, man. Nobody deserves that power. You feel me? And if you do respond to somebody doing something that is foolish, at least come at it with a loving way, or come at it in a way that doesn't make you break your character or make you look like somebody you're not supposed to be. So like, for example, if somebody was like, man, you ugly, and you be like, ugly? Man, your mama, your daddy, shoot, you your daddy's son. But nah, on the real note, on the real note, instead it'd be like, you ugly. You'd be like, well, when I look in the mirror, that's not what I see. And just go the other way, Cause like at the end of the day, you know who you are. So as long as you know who you are, nobody can shake that. You feel me? So remember who you are at the end of the day. You feel me? Don't be out here looking the fool. Cause I pity the fool. And I would no longer be that. Understand? Anything you got to say?
Not really, man.
Pause. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Have you ever felt like you forgot what it's like to be a butterfly? To be able to spread your wings and fly? If that's you, there's nothing to be ashamed about. We've all had bumps in the road and got lost along the way. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you can remember what it's like to be a butterfly again. I want you to spread your wings and fly. At the end of the day, be who you are. Let that butterfly spread its wings again. It's tired of being trapped down and held down by the world. Okay? Let it be free. Fly. I also wanted to say thank you, Mr. Morgan, because he helped me with the idea of making this into a podcast. Because at first I was going to make it into just something I do my quotes and I just post those. And he was like, he called me one day, and I appreciate you for thinking about me because you didn't have to even call me.
Of course, man.
I was like, that was God working through you. I believe that because I definitely wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful that you gave me the idea about the podcast because it probably wouldn't be here right now.
I'm happy to help. Happy to help.
I appreciate
No,
that.
I mean, I think the quote idea was really good, but, I mean, you got a lot of, you know, I think I'm on the lower end of people you can interview. I'm happy to be here.
Of course, I gotta have you on that.
But I mean, you got all kind of people that, you know, that we all know immediately, you know, like Cap and a couple of Chiefs and stuff like that, I'm sure would be happy to jump on here. You know, a lot of those guys came from nothing to doing really, really big things. And some of them came from a lot and took 2 steps back and realized that they wanted to be firefighters. And I think that kind of says a lot about the job, but use it to your advantage.
And that I will do. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Trying to just make a difference. You feel me? The world too dark as it is, so just got to be the light. Because there's this picture that the wife showed me. And I'm gonna put it on here. She sent me she said, this remind me of you. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. But that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So basically it's just a picture of a dude that's like shining bright and just being happy and loving, and then spreading it to a whole bunch of people that's like off guard and got their arms crawling. I ain't talking to nobody, but soon they end up becoming just like that person because they like starting to shine. Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, make the world brighter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For real. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's
a lot of mean people out here.
A lot of mean
people out here.
Like, you got to be able to handle that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I went through a lot of that at school, so I ain't really tripping about it now. But it did affect me because as I got older, I was like, man, you know what? Enough of being nice. I'm gonna have a mean face. I'm gonna stop smiling. I'm gonna just say, forget everybody. You feel me? But at the end of the day, that's not who I was. So that's why it didn't feel right to me ever, you know, like being around the wrong people and all that. It was like, am I supposed to be here? Forget it. Hey, I'm trying to fit in. You feel me? Don't fit in. Stand out. All right? Stand out. Be yourself, man. Be yourself. Forget what they say. At the end of the day, their opinion really don't matter because they ain't paying your bills. They ain't living your life and they ain't walked in your shoes. You feel me? And these some big foots. You feel me? You see us. You see us. We did a lot of stepping. You feel me? But now, you know, I realize, man, you gotta just be free, man. Just be free. There was something else I was gonna say. Let me think. Give me a second. I'm gonna come back to you. Like I said, just remember, be yourself, okay? You know, you ain't gotta be the world's opinion, you feel me? Now I'm gonna do a little questionnaire for my boy Morgan just to give y'all some insight of how he thinks, you feel me? All right, so Mr. Morgan.
Yes, sir.
When you came in the fire department, how was it doing the academy?
Ooh, okay, so I wasn't in my best shape. I played some sports in high school. I wasn't the best athlete by any means, but I was able to perform my role.
Right.
But anyway, wasn't really in the best shape. I was a lot smaller and, wouldn't eat right and stuff like that. And I knew it was going to be difficult, but I did not think it was going to be as hard as
Facts, bro.
as hard as I thought it was going to be.
How many weeks was it?
Ours was 16. I think y'all's was 18.
Yeah.
Our last 6 weeks were the hardest part though. It was all condensed down into, that was all the skills. Like they just hammered us. We had high rise day, the confined spaces, stuff like that I didn't really think were going to get to me. When I came in here, I was more worried about heights than I was about tight spaces.
Same.
Turns out I am cool with heights and, I can deal with tight spaces, but they're not my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an eye-opening experience. You meet a lot of great people, like you in Washington.
Yeah.
Y'all had a great relationship. So, I was, seeing y'all interact, like, just in passing when I would work with you guys, I was really excited about, building those kind of relationships with other guys. Obviously when I got on the floor, I was a little different. I didn't really gel with the crew right away and, I could tell and I'm sure everybody else knew and I didn't really think my life at that station was going to last that long. We live with people. So you have to, if you can do your job, that's one thing. But if I don't like sitting down talking to you, it doesn't matter how good of a firefighter you are. Some of the training captains, I wasn't their favorite. I was the same way. I was the same guy I was then that I am now. Sometimes I need to bite my tongue a little bit more when I'm supposed to, when I think I'm right.
Right, but you learn it though, man.
We're getting there.
Learning progress.
Yeah, we're getting there, but, we all butted heads with everybody, but, we got it done. I was told my first day that I wasn't going to make it. I was told I wasn't going to graduate. I didn't show up, the way I was supposed to. And, I was looking all over the place. I was nervous. Like you said, ADHD was off the walls. I was, didn't know what to expect or whatever. So, I didn't really, I didn't have a high bar to pass. And anyway, I ended up graduating and there was a couple captains that were like, hey, I'm really proud, but really surprised that you made it, but you impressed a lot of us. So, it was cool to hear that because, it just reinforced that it doesn't matter. Like you were saying earlier, it doesn't really matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how you sound at first, whatever. You can work on yourself and you can physically, mentally, I probably wasn't in the right place mentally to start that. But sometimes you gotta buckle down and say, look, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be getting yelled at. This. I don't know why I'm here, but I do know I'm going to do it. And you just gotta, I didn't want to go back to bartender. I didn't want to walk back into that bar and tell all those people, cause I told, hey, I gotta quit. I'm going to the recruit. Oh, you're not going to do that. They started a bet on how long I was going to last. And
they lost.
Yeah, they did. Everybody was super cool, but it was definitely different. I didn't think Gamble was ever going to like me at first. Me and him now hang out all the time, watch shows now all the time, like how me and you used to do. Yeah. We're seeing each other a third of our lives, for that extent of time. And, I'm super glad I got to work with you guys and Cap and, Gamble. And with Cap, I saw a quote. It was like, you have to trust them more than you are scared of getting hurt. And I was thinking about that. You can use that quote in a million different ways, but that first big fire we had, I was really jacked up on adrenaline, so I wasn't really even thinking about it. But when we got in there, and it was oh crap, this is real. You just had to, hey, look, you've done this. Cap's done this. I'm just here to make sure I'm doing my job. And we had a call. It was a fire as well. And I knew we had to go upstairs, and I got upstairs and there was a weird banister and I kept getting hung up on it. And I'd pushed forward. Pretty much I was all the way up at the top of the steps, and I was with Gardner, and Gardner was at the bottom of the steps, and Cap was coming up the steps. So I was by myself for a second. I was like, no, I don't like this. I'm by myself. It's getting hot. This doesn't feel good. And then Cap came up behind me and hit me on the shoulder. He was like, hey, let's go this way. And it was just all right, we're going to be good, and, you just gotta trust people. Like it's scary, but
It's scary.
To trust people to that, I mean, possibly with your life, if we do our job, we never put ourselves in that situation, but God forbid something like that does ever happen.
Right.
You fall through a hole or something like that. It's even a small thing. You lose water pressure.
Right.
Gamble can't see me. Gamble doesn't know anything. I gotta trust that he's gonna do his job, or,
Right.
like I've done, you burn a hole in the hose, like,
Yeah.
somebody's got to notice it. Somebody's got to figure it out for you. Sometimes you got to trust that somebody else is going to be checking stuff like that. But we got a new probie. He's good. He's been doing his job really well. We've had a couple fires, and at first it was the same thing. You could tell he was, a little nervous and shaky. He knew what he was trying to do. It was just executing it sometimes in training. But every fire we've gone to, he's been right there where he's supposed to be. He's been doing his job. So I'm super, super happy. I'm by no means an experienced firefighter. I've only been here for a little bit, but,
Right.
It's cool to watch somebody kind of grow from what I was to, kind of where I'm at now. And I like looking and seeing guys like you and Cap and being like, hey, that's going to be me one day. Hopefully one of these days, that's going to be where I'm headed. So, it's a cool thing to do, man. I love it. I love it.
And y'all gotta understand. Look, not to burst your bubbles, cause I watched Chicago Fire too, and 911 and all that.
No.
It ain't nothing like that, guys. All right, we can't see nothing. It's pitch black for the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's light haze, but hey, it's dark. Like you cannot see nothing.
And then all of a sudden
it's hot.
And all of a sudden then it gets really, really, really bright.
I mean, to the point where we got, so one of the fires we had, it was a really good fire. It was like a movie scene, bro. Like they came in like second dude. We got the hose. He ran to the door. We forced the door. We just went in there and just did our thing, man. I mean, it was like.
We were second.
Boom.
First, that's a whole another conversation, but we weren't supposed to be doing what we ended up doing, and we ended up going inside the house.
Yeah.
And we found the fire, and it was pitch black, and it got really, 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 really hot.
I mean, like the tip of your ear, you had to get low. Right?
Everything.
I was like, wait, is my flash on? Cause something ain't right here.
You could feel it through your gear, and then all of a sudden we got through that door, and it was everywhere, and it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
Beautiful though. Hey, it was some beautiful colors up there.
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes you'll get it like a,
Yeah.
Did you see that? They'd be like,
Gotta put this out.
Gotta put you out because you still hurt. You still burn people.
Yeah.
Play with fire, you're gonna get burnt.
Yep.
Remember that. But, man.
Great experience. I'm glad we got to do that one together.
That was a good one, man. That's one you can't forget.
No. And
that
was my first good fire, cause we had a couple trailer fires and a couple car fires and stuff like that. And like, you remember that car fire, we couldn't get the hood open.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long day. That was a long day.
That hood was something serious, man.
But we had our fun stuff, but we had never had, that was our first real deal.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, did everything at that one. Yeah. First, forced the door, went in, got the line in there, got it basically out before he even brought the other line in there. It was lit, man.
Yeah.
The thing I can say about Morgan, when he first came in, I was like, Jordan Morgan?
Yeah.
That's tough.
No.
I call him Captain Morgan. You feel me?
Yeah.
But one thing I can say, he gets to it. You feel me? Like, he was very hyper. Look, we both got ADHD, but he on a whole nother level. I mean, you feel me? I used to be like that when I was a kid. My body would go here and there, and my head would go this and that. Now it's more my head. But I was trying to get control of that too. But his body and then his head be like, I'd be like, Morgan, slow down. We gonna get there. I mean, every shift. Man, we gonna get a fire today? Yeah, man, we gonna get a fire today. I said, Morgan.
I calmed down.
Yeah, he calmed down. He finally understood because he was like, man, I want a fire. I was like, oh, really now?
I was excited. Excited. And then we got one, and at least I didn't run away from it. So.
Right.
Fun stuff we've been to, man. We've been to a couple good things, couple real bad things. A lot of bad things, but you just gotta take the good from the bad. Had a lot of fun.
Yep.
Dinner conversations and got
That's
yelled at. We've had
lots.
Had some, we've had some.
I can't wait till we get Cap on here.
Yeah,
explain your firefighter you had.
Yeah, I would love to be here for it. It was really cool to graduate and kind of, still a lot of people don't believe that I am a firefighter, cause I don't look like one, but, there's a lot of guys like you've worked with, I know Ramsendar is one of my favorite, best guys. He was even, smaller than me. Now he's putting on weight and he's looking good. He's got the big firefighter mustache, but, you look at him and at first you're like, no way. But when he goes to work, man, every time we had dummy drags and you had to drag, he would always, they would pair people up and, you never wanted to grab the biggest guy cause you gotta pull him out. Like it's hard pulling out.
We had a big boy too.
Yeah, we had a couple of them.
One of y'all looked like ours.
Yeah, we had a couple of them that were heavy guys, probably
like 6'5".
Yeah, just heavy. And then plus in gear and Ramsadar would always, I want the big guy. I want the big guy. He would always, but he wanted to prove himself and it didn't take long for him to do that. And, throwing the 35s, 35 got me one time. I got squished. I leaned back too far. It came down and squished me. It got me. But, he same thing, he was like, I want to show you that the physical stuff is all mental. Like he knew he could do it. He just had to figure out the technique, the leverage, I gotta overcome it,
It's all about pushing past your limits, man.
Yeah. So,
and when you say 35, it's like a 35-foot ladder. 3 sections each. Yeah, it's heavy. It's a big boy.
Yeah. Big boy. We had the 2-section one. So it was it swung a little bit more, but,
when that wind hit, boy, you better buckle down.
Yeah, you better hold on.
You throw nothing up there.
You better hold on. But it was a great experience and I'm super glad I did it. Like you said, Lord works in mysterious ways. We cross paths. I've crossed paths with a lot of people I wouldn't expect to. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for a lot of those people. So I'm just really happy to, be where I'm at in life. Finally starting to, cutting grass again, getting that kind of squared away.
Speaking of that, might need to cut.
I got you. I saw that. Just trying to get life sorted out and, not really care what, like you said, what people, why are you cutting grass? Why don't you do this? Why don't you let me
do you?
Yeah. It's what I want to do right now, but, there's a million different ways to make money and I'm just happy that I'm where I'm at right now. So I got no complaints. If I was a little richer, it would be pretty cool, but I got no complaints right now.
Some money ain't good money, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of you, man. You came a long way.
Man. I'm proud of you too, man. I miss seeing you at the station.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to come by more often.
I know.
You're going to be busy trying to grow, you feel me?
Hey, look, I'm glad you're out there doing your thing. I think that was, I think it was good for you to get that kind of responsibility and stuff like that, because sure. I know you were enjoying riding the back at 34.
Yeah, I was enjoying that. That was love, man. That was much love.
I hated getting lost with you. I'm not gonna lie. There was a couple of mornings.
Look, man, I had to learn the road, man. Yeah, it's tough to learn the road.
No, I was trying to help you, but it was tough.
It was tough.
There was a couple, 3 a.m.s when I was like, "Go, thief, you don't get us back to the station."
Right. Catch me at the station now, boy. I know the road back the back of my head.
Okay.
I've been boy, been learning, boy.
Good.
Yeah, I needed that shit though. Real.
You've had some hiccups and stuff, but you made the best of them,
and
I'm trying to do the same thing. So I'm just glad to see that. I think we're both heading in decent directions. So
definitely see that.
Baby steps, man. Baby
steps, man. But you're gonna get there for sure. Like I said, my boy's single, so if you want him, come and get him before you get got. You feel me? But yeah, I appreciate you for coming on, man. I really
Absolutely.
do. It's good having you on here, man. Good talking, good conversation. You know how we do.
Absolutely.
And I just want you to go forth and do great things, man.
Absolutely, man.
I see you got a big heart. Don't be afraid to use it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all can join me next time on a Real Authentic Growth podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share to others that you think would benefit from this, because we're all working on being our best self. I pray y'all have a blessed week. And remember, don't make excuses. Work through it. With that being said, we out. Go ahead. Come on, give me 5.
Real Real talk.
All right. Oh, we don't gotta sit like this, by the way. We can put these suspenders down.
No, you gotta rock them, man.
No. We gonna rock it when we do we gonna do like a funny scene at the end.
Okay.
I wasn't joking about doing that little fire thing.
Okay,
I was so serious.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep wearing mine.
I feel you. I got a little cool in mine, bro. Well, I said I was with the 6 yesterday. Thank you.
Man, okay, go ahead.
Okay.